I'm starting with the water tests, the washer test. This is the inlet plug. So I put a nozzle in here that I have to connect to the hose. And there is a tool that they give you to tighten the nozzle so it won't, I guess, making sure it won't leak. And then the inlet hose is this hose that clamps right onto it. Now we'll do the same for the outlet hose. Now you can see here, this is the outlet hose. So I've connected the inlet hose, the outlet hose. Now I'm hoping there's some, I see this bolt here and I have to read the instructions, which we never do when we test these things, to see if there's a way to hook this to an actual hose pipe and then, increase the pressure coming out here. But we'll do that in a minute. Right now, the next connection is from this to the water, I don't know I forgot what you call this, but you know what that is. I paused a minute there trying to see if I could hook up a normal hose here. I don't see the way these connections are. This is usually my issue with these things, right? The way the connections are, you can only go with a like if you're in an apartment or something, you use a bucket, which we'll do here in a second. But I really wanted to test this with a hose, an actual hose, and then figuring that this would take the pressure from the hose and increase it, much like a power washer, but not as big. On this end, there's the water filter to keep grime out of the machine. It screws out, so if any dirt comes in it, you can wash it, you can whatever. But generally speaking, this doesn't really need to be washed out because this is protecting anything from coming into the machine. Okay, so let's go see if I can find a bucket of water and see how this works. So now we've got a bucket of water. Oh, I didn't mean for this to fall. You got a bucket of water. Don't mind the swirls. That's just how the water came up, but it's straight from the hose. And I guess if you're in an apartment or something, you can use this if you don't have access to hose, and let's say in an underground garage or something. And it's connected to this. I must tell you that this hose that goes into the water kinks very easily, so you have to be careful with it. So now we can do our final test here and see what this looks like. Turn it on. Here we go, wash. You hear it on? Let's see what happens. So far, nothing. You can see it's full of water. I don't feel any. I've got nothing wide open. I don't feel it. Maybe it takes some time to build up. Let's see. Give it some time. Let's see what happens. There are no leaks anywhere. Oh, here we go. Feeling it now. So it takes some time to build up. I'm feeling some pressure in the hose now. You can see the hose moving. And there we go. So it's not a huge amount of pressure. This would be more for washing your car, watering the plants. Because it can work to wash your car because all you need is water and a hose, right, to wash your car. But this is not a pressure washer. This is simply a washer like your garden. This nozzle is a garden type nozzle. Has the different openings. And that's basically how it works.